Welcome in to USL PRO Weekly. My name's Nicholas Murray, very pleased to be joined by David Wagner. And David, the Richmond Kickers have finally been defeated. It took 23 games and a back-to-back weekend, but the Charleston Battery took a 5-2 victory this weekend on Saturday night at Blackboard Stadium. Great run by the Kickers.
Indeed.
Big win for Charleston too, but for the Kickers, 3 games remaining in the regular season now, still a 3-point lead over Orlando, and they hold the tiebreaker currently because of their win at the Citrus Bowl.
Indeed.
Do we still see the Kickers holding on to that number 1 seed at the end of the regular season?
I think it's definitely theirs to lose. I'm not saying that I can't sit here and say that they're going to be number 1 at the end of the season. They have a big game against Orlando at Richmond, second to last game of the year for them. I believe that's next. I believe it's a week from Wednesday, actually. So it's going to be a very big contest, and I think that's what's going to determine it. I think that Richmond-Orlando game is going to come down to it. Orlando playing very well right now. They have a game in hand. They're playing Tampa tomorrow at home. Assuming they win that, they go into it all square. So it's going to be interesting.
Now, Orlando has been playing pretty well lately. A team that's been playing even better is the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, who took a pair of massive wins this weekend, including a 1-0 shutout win against Orlando on Saturday night at the Citrus Bowl. They're the only team this season to come to Florida and win both games against Tampa Bay and Orlando. Is this a team that's primed for a run in the playoffs?
I think so. I think that they're setting up very nicely for the playoffs. We all know some of their goal-scoring exploits, like Mr. Angulo this season, who's played so well. I think the big difference for them versus the beginning of the season, where they were a bit of a roller coaster team up and down, is defense. I think early in the season they gave up too much late. There wasn't that organization in the back line. There wasn't that shape consistently out there in the field. And I think they've been much more organized and played much better defensively. I mean, it's demonstrated this weekend. You go in and you get a clean sheet in Orlando. That's pretty impressive.
Shut out Orlando in both of their meetings this season, so very impressive indeed from the Riverhounds. The other team that had a big weekend, the Wilmington Hammerheads. They went into the weekend knowing they needed to win twice to keep their playoff hopes alive. They managed it. They beat Charleston at home, then went on the road and beat the Dayton Dutch Lions. They've got 3 games left. Dayton, Pittsburgh, and Antigua. They need to win all 3. Can they do it?
It's certainly possible. Obviously, they went on a little magical run last season and played so well. You know, David Irving's been there before. He's done it with his team, so you know he has that in his head. He knows what it takes. You have some veterans coming back from last season. You have a mix of new guys, though, and they're going to be excited about the opportunity to get in the playoffs. They have to keep playing well. They're another team that's been a bit of a roller coaster this year. They've had some good performances, and then they've had some ones that they looked a little 6 and 7s at the back. So I think that they need to stay organized. They have the potential to score goals. They've made some good acquisitions with Oliveira. So they have the talent. It's possible, but we'll have to see. It's very tight at the bottom of the table.
We'll keep an eye on Wilmington as they play this weekend. We hope you'll join us for the USL Pro Weekend Preview on Friday afternoon. But until then, for David, my name's Nicholas. Thanks for joining us.